a lot of fun doing this. It's definitely a long process, but boy, it is worth it in the end.
I'm gonna get one more wet.
Show Mom what we're doing.
We're taking the lid off and the seal.
Now tell her what we're doing with the rocks. Why are we?
Polishing them.
Yeah, but right now
What's the first step?
We're picking our favorites, huh?
Yep.
This is all petrified wood that Dad found a few years ago. So now we gotta.
Do you have a most favorite bow or a couple that you really like?
I like maybe this one because it looks like it's polished a little bit already from the river. Because it's smooth on the edges. Why?
Okay, let's see if the ones we picked so far will fit in here. Can you put them all in? Alright, so here you can see
21 rocks.
21 rocks. Petrified wood is when wood settled down in the ground, was covered in water, and the minerals settle and replace all the wood. So these are really fossils, and they're just made of minerals. So which one, now that you see them in the light, Bo, which one's your favorite?
I think this one.
This one right here? How come?
I like the color black and maroon a lot.
It does have a lot of black and maroon, huh? Let's show a few of these up close. That one's gonna potentially have some cool colors. We'll see how well all these edges do. Yeah, those edges might not make it. That one's got some really pretty colors, some reds and oranges. Let's see, that little guy, it's got some decent color. I don't know if it's focusing properly. Look at some of these, I think, man, it's got such cool wood texture, but I think we'll tumble them anyway just to see kind of what happens. This one I think can turn out really neat too. This one's got good color.
We have tons of rocks to tumble, right?
Don't know if that black will last.
Below us.
It might be more lichen.
Dad?
What's that, bud?
Yeah, I have lots of rocks to tumble right below us, just so you know.
Yeah, the gravel. Yeah, we'll stick to tumbling the cool stuff like the petrified wood and agates and jaspers. And anyway, we've got some really distinct colors and some cool textures. We'll see what happens. So, okay, let's get them loaded up, and then we'll add our grit, and then we need to add water, and we'll be ready to go.
I know.
Hey, Bo, let's go ahead. Let's fill we did the one replacement rock. We got one with a kind of funky corner.
There we go.
And we added this one instead.
Stop.
So let's go ahead and fill this up with these.
Yes.
There we go. We're about 2/3, 3/4.
What's this?
Probably do without one.
Water. Just don't
There,
get close
but-
to us.
Okay, so now we got to fill this up with this grit. This is our heavier grit. Okay, there's our grit. All right, now we got to fill the water up. Let's let Dad do it so we can.
Do it enough.
I'm gonna fill it so it's just up about right there. Okay, so now
Put the lid on.
sure we get a good seal.
Dad, where is it?
Right there on this step. Alright, so we've got the barrel in there. Now we're going to plug this in. Oh no. Do we not have power? Alright, so we are back. Got a little more petrified wood. Got some here. So our tumbler, the first one that was Grandpa's, didn't work. Second one we bought from Harbor Freight broke after 2 days. So this was our first batch, and they were starting to round off pretty nice. But like I said, we only got about 2 days. So I decided to buy the new one, the Thumler's Tumbler, quite a bit bigger. So here we go. I'm gonna load up a bunch of new rocks here in just a second, and we're gonna see how this thing does. Shouldn't break on us, hopefully. Knock on wood. Petrified anyway. Alright, let me show you some of these. This is like, I found a bunch of this right near the petrified wood. It looks like it could be, but it's a really different design, shape, bunch of this too. So I'm gonna throw those in to see what they turn out. Got a bunch of these smaller, you know, could be pendants. The color, you know, they've got little bits of color. Who knows what's going to be revealed? Or like this guy, you know, you've got some differences. This one's really pretty with the red streaks, and these are just kind of almost like they're cut for this. So who knows, you know, if we're going to lose some of that grain. There's another good one that's got potentially interesting color. These are just kind of straight agates that, you know, found in the same area. So I'm actually partial petrified. And I've got some smaller ones. We'll see how these do. Same with these. I have no idea if these will even make it, but this is just a good test. And then these are kind of oddball. I don't even know. Some of them, I'm not even sure if they're agates, but we'll see how they do. This one's just kind of funky. This one's got a little bit of wood grain. So potentially we've got a pretty good mix. So we'll see how we do. Let's get it loaded up. All right, we had to add several more so we could get them. We got them ready, huh, Bo? Okay, let's put the lid on. No, we gotta put the rubber mat first. Okay. You wanna film me real quick when I'll put it on? Oh, you don't have to film just me, but film the tumbler. So follow me over here. Neat, so we gotta make sure the belt, these come out. Okay, and we do this. Look at that. Let me see. There we go. What do you think, Bo? So now, push this back. I don't have the best place to do it right yet. Hopefully we can keep it out of the rain. What do you think? Kind of fun? We're just going to do a test on day one, see how the rocks are doing. Whoa, Okay, don't touch.
Look at all the grit.
Yeah, there's... Boy, it's really dark. So, yeah, it's starting to round off those edges. That's kind of cool.
Please, can I touch them?
No, honey. That's one we threw in right at the end. Man, it's done a lot for just one. Not even a full 24 hours yet.
Oh my gosh. Look what happened.
That's why I told you not to touch, honey. Yeah, look at that. Just already rounding them so good. I'm trying to get it in the light.
I know, it's hard for me to see.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, look out.
Can't back up.
Is it made out of rock?
The soup made out of rocks.
It is rock soup.
Now let's pour all this.
Okay, back up a little bit.
Can I touch them?
Not yet.
Okay, well, hand me that. I'm using the mist
Because it does.
right now. All right, okay, look out. Look in the, let this back up, Bo, so you don't get wet. Oh, wow.
It feels
How pretty they are.
good. Wow. That one looks cool.
Okay, well, let's back up, Kit.
Can I touch them yet?
Here, I gotta go a little more. How amazing they are. Are they so
that one
awesome?
looks like a nice one.
Because there's a long one. I wondered how that would turn out.
That one turned
Can't see the grain very well, but some of these though, look at that one.
This one looks good. Hey Mom, look at this one. Spray them?
This one I threw in at the very end.
Wait. I just want to show one that
Isn't that awesome?
is really strong. Okay.
Oh, that's one I wasn't sure
Wow.
if it was petrified
This just
wood.
might work.
Looks like it's working.
Yep.
Look at that one.
Okay, my turn.
Wow. There's one I threw in at the end too. Look at that. That was just a pretty plain one.
Which one do you like?
I like this one.
Well, that one's cool.
I like this one. That one. Why?
Show me in the...
Dad might like
Here,
this one.
see? Ooh, yeah.
Mom, I think you're gonna like this one most.
Cool.
Ooh, I think you got like this. Is my favorite though.
Really?
Ooh, this one's my favorite. This is it kind of looks like a meteor when you put it this way. Ooh, this one looks like a Dusty Mystery Rock. That's cool.
Pretty cool.
Whee!
All right, here we are. We had to run this one 2 weeks. We had to go out of town. We had a little family emergency. So we are actually past the Saturday and oh wow, into today is Friday. So tomorrow would have been 2 weeks, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Let's see if I can dump this out. Alright. Okay. Now for the reveal. Wow. Looking pretty dang good. Some of these. Well, let me clean these off for a minute. Let's see how we did. Some of these are starting to look pretty amazing as I just the detail. Let's see if I can get that to focus. I guess not. Maybe not, but man, alive. Some of these are pretty amazing. So, geez, even the small ones. I'm actually really glad we ran this for 2 weeks because they're looking really, really good. Alright, here we are. We're just going to rinse them and then put them in the tumbler and get our pre-polish in there. 500 grit aluminum oxide. And
why do you need the hot water?
I just want to rinse them before we put them in, make sure we get all that grit off, because if there's grit in there it can mess up the next batch.
Here.
Is there grit on there? Alright, well let's get them rinsed off and we'll put them in the bucket.
Okay, give me ones that have grit now.
Alright, here we go. Here's the rocks. And they just don't fill it up. So yeah, we're not going to use those. So we got to add some more media, quite a bit. Just like last time. But they're starting to look pretty good. One more week. Here we go. Alright, me and Kit here. We got it almost ready. We added our pellets and our grit. A very fine powder. So a little bit of breeze. You want to make sure you don't get that powder anybody to inhale. Okay. Here we go. We'll tune in next time. All right, we are here, day 7. We had a. It's actually about 8-9 days later because we had to leave for a couple days, and so we had the machine off. But let's see how we there. See, we got a bunch of more chips in there. I can already see, so we've had no more chipping. That could potentially not be good. But, oops. Fix that. There we go. Alright. And here we go. Wow, looking pretty good. Wow, some of these look unreal. Just look at the colors. Quite Unbelievable. Some of them kind of lost the grain. This one wasn't petrified wood. Found this in another area. Just thought I'd throw it in to see how it did. Looks like it's doing pretty good. It's got some of these just have really, really cool texture. They're drying out a little because of the wind. That one's got a pretty good little chip right there. You can see. That's the downside with this. Hopefully in the next stage we don't get much more chipping. Boy, look at that. That one's really losing. It's a real soft area or something. It's really kind of been breaking down. I'll have to make sure I get all the grit out of that one. Dang it. I got pellets stuck in. See that? There's a little pellet. There's another one. We'll have to kind of dig those out. Well, I know they're not going to be perfect, but this was more of a test and see what we can do, what we can learn. And so far, we're learning that the petrified wood is pretty amazing. This stuff, I almost didn't throw this in, but okay, well, let me keep cleaning these up. Hey, here we go. Last step, a lot of things have changed. Coronavirus, I don't have a beard anymore. So this is a month-long process that's taken us over 2 months probably. But, whoa.
That's weird looking white soup.
Yeah, so
Make it stop. Now.
wow. Whoa, hold on, let's take a look real fast. Oh, it looks pretty good.
Okay.
Go. So we're almost done. We just have to burnish them when they dry. They won't look shiny yet. So let's go get those dried off. Look at that. There's a branch right there.
Can't tell if it's not focused. There we go.
There's a branch.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, the next part is to take some ivory soap. I think I probably have the wrong kind, but it's supposed to be just plain. Cheese grate it into here, and then they will be ready to burnish, even though right now they're looking pretty dang good. But some of them just don't quite have that awesome shine. Some of them do. So we'll get them burnished here. Only need about 3 hours, but I think we'll just let it run overnight since the sun's gonna be down here in just over an hour. So here we go. Yep. Okay, here we are, the final step. Let's see what we got there, Bo.
Just mostly
Suds, huh? Look at that, soapy. Okay, Mom.
wait, you don't.
Over here, buddy.
What can I do, Dad?
Just watch for a second.
Can I play yet?
No, not yet.
He's gonna dump it out and all the grit. Well, not. Can I play now?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a soap soup.
Soapy soup.
Soapy soup.
That's right.
Soup made out of soap.
So here we go. The kids are crying in the background, but we can take a look at some of these up close. They're pretty sweet. Now, this one had to be pulled out after the third one because it just had these big breaks in it. Right, oops. Right there you can see, and on the last run, that's not going to be, that's going to be more damaging and scratching up rocks versus getting polished. And some of them just don't quite have a shine, and I don't know why, but others, why they're just shiny as can be. I mean, these look, it's just got a real amazing shine to them. So kids are playing in the background, like I said, but and I think this one's definitely one of my favorites. Look at all the cracks there. Still a little bit of texture on it, but I love all the yellow, and then some of these have I don't think they're petrified wood, but they're compressed plant material and other matter. They have a real kind of marble effect to them. So first batch run, I say, is pretty dang successful. Hi. Can you say like and subscribe? No? Well, we might want to. So. It's a lot of fun doing this. It's definitely a long process, but boy, it is worth it in the end. Boy, this piece has a lot of cracks still and didn't completely break down, but man, where it shines, it shines. Here's another one I had to pull out because of this fractured. So it had all these sharp edges. That one's gonna be, I'll have to put it in the next go round, and we'll get that one going. All these smaller ones, the ones that can just tumble well, did well. There's a groove that didn't. That's kind of cool though. It's not, doesn't all have to be, like here's some spots. Doesn't all have to be perfect. Especially with petrified wood, you like to show a little bit of that. Here's another one right here that I took out because it had a big fracture somewhere. Oh, right here. I just thought that this fracture was gonna, I couldn't get that out, so we'll throw that in the next batch too. But kind of fun. Now we're all done. We're gonna have to do it again.
Thanks for watching. Give me a like and subscribe.